What's up, everyone? Hope you're all having a great day. I have some Modern Warfare 2v2 alpha gameplay for you all today, as well as some raw footage of a full match at the end of the video. This event was a PlayStation 4 exclusive from Thursday to Sunday, and I just wanted to make this video to talk about how the game felt, as well as some very minor improvements I feel should be made come full release October 25th. This game has a lot of hype around it. For good reason. The train is full steam ahead. Doesn't look like it has any signs of stopping. Ever since the reveal trailer came out, this game has, it's probably the most hyped the Call of Duty community has been for any Call of Duty game in the past. It's back, boots on the ground. The game feels solid. It feels really good. The animations are great. The sound design is great. The gameplay is great. And honestly, it's going to be a really good time. Yeah, the train definitely is moving. The hype train is going full steam ahead. But I feel like the only thing that could derail it is a poor implementation of microtransactions. That's what a lot of people are worried about, and for good reason. This last COD game, Black Ops 4, was just overly monetized to just where it isn't even fun anymore, I feel like if they introduce a microtransaction system similar to Fortnite's, very simple. It keeps them out of the news because there's no loot boxes, no pay to win elements. You pay $20, you get your V-Bucks, you go to the store, get what you want. Simple as that. You know what you're getting, no loot boxes, no pay to win. If they do something like that, I think it'll be solid, Just you pay like $20 for like 2,200 COD points. You go to the store, there's like skins for like, I don't know, like 1,200 or something. Probably more, I'd imagine. You buy what you want, no loot boxes, there's no guns behind paywalls, and I think we'll be fine, honestly. It kind of makes it where it's optional, and if you do want to buy it, it's cosmetic only. The 2v2 Alpha was a PlayStation 4 exclusive event, so if you wanted to play it, you would have to hop on PlayStation. You had the ability to plug up a keyboard and mouse if you wanted to. I was tempted at being a PC player, but I was like, let me get a feel for it with a controller, as I feel like most COD games in the past have been mostly played on console, and it felt really, really good. I honestly can say it felt really, really solid. I can't complain. It ran smooth. They have multiple sensitivity options, 1 to 20, so if you just want to start tweaking out and just do some like 720 no scopes and just go crazy with it, you can. And it really gets me excited because crossplay was a feature that was announced. And there's a setting in the options you can turn off if you want to, but the game feels so smooth on console, as I'm sure it's going to feel just as smooth on Xbox, that if I was in a lobby, a free-for-all lobby against some PC players, and I was on controller, I honestly feel like I could win. That's how smooth it feels. So I can't wait to see if, they add some playlists, maybe like some events maybe they have during the year, where it's like PS4 versus Xbox or PC versus console, to really just, get everyone really just invested in the game. Maybe add some leaderboards. That'd be crazy. That'd be really fun to see. Everyone's really prideful about what platform they play on, and I think it'd be great fun to just really see how sweaty everyone gets to show that they're the most dominant platform. Although everything may sound perfect, I do feel like there are some small improvements that need to be made come full release. Very small, I feel like you could just tweak them real quick. The first thing I wanted to talk about were footsteps. I played the whole weekend, played max volume. We were in a party, obviously, because you're playing twos, but I had my slider on prioritized game audio, and I was going damn near death just by the gun sounds, but, it was hard. It honestly was hard to figure out where they were coming from, because the footsteps, I feel, were very quiet compared to the whole game. It's all very realistic, very visceral. A lot of people were saying that, and it is very loud. And I feel like there's numerous occasions where you just couldn't really hear footsteps. I'm not sure if that was something only I experienced, but I know some of the friends I was playing with were saying the same exact thing. So maybe it was just us. I don't know, but I definitely feel like footsteps may need a tweak in their audio. Maybe just bring them up a little bit, and I think we'll be fine on that. The next things I wanted to talk about were two things that happen when you're low HP. The first thing I wanted to talk about in that group was when you're low HP, the screen turns black and white. I feel like this one's more personal than anything. I just don't really like that. I feel like it limits my view, my vision. Maybe just make a setting in the options to just turn that off and just leave the blood around the screen to show that you're low. But honestly, I feel like that one isn't major at all. The other thing that happens when you're low HP in this game is constant moaning. I feel like this may be, an issue only in the 2v2 game mode due to the fact that there's no regenerative health. But when you were low HP, you would moan, and you would continue to moan, and it was pretty annoying, especially combined with the fact that you couldn't really hear footsteps that well. It was kind of tough, and it got really annoying in many instances, actually. All my friends and I had an issue with that. So maybe just make it where the moaning isn't so frequent in the 2v2 game mode. Honestly, feel like it's not going to be an issue in regenerative health modes, which is every other mode. But yeah, maybe just make it where it's not so frequent in the 2v2 game mode and it won't be as annoying. The last two things I wanted to talk about were weapon tweaks that I feel like they should maybe look into come the full release of the game. The first thing is the ADS time for sniper rifles. With all the hype this game is gaining, I feel like a lot of OG fans are going to return to it, especially since, it's back to boots on the ground. It plays really well. It looks really great. And we were only able to use one sniper this alpha, and it was the AX50, I believe. And whenever we used it, I felt the ADS was pretty slow compared to previous CODs. And if, original fans are going to come back and play it, quickscoping is in the culture of COD at this point. And I feel like, if you kind of don't include that in this game, it might steer some fans away. I did see some people quickscoping on Twitter, but I still feel like maybe it still needs a little bit of tweaking in terms of the time of ADS. There might be a perk or an attachment that allows you to ADS quicker, but if there isn't, I definitely think it should be looked into. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the Deagle. We're only given two handguns this alpha, the Deagle and the M19, and the Deagle was a clear-cut favorite. One shot to the head, two shots to the body, great sound, great animation, just really fun to use, really satisfying. But I feel like come release of the game, everyone's going to be running as a sidearm. I'm not exactly sure how many pistols there are going to be in the final release, but I feel like for the sake of variety, maybe just not nerf the Deagle, but buff the other pistols. I'm sure the M19 is probably like the starter pistol they give you, but it was a pea shooter. Like, it did like 0 damage. So for the sake of variety, maybe just make it where they do a little bit more damage, so that way you don't just see everyone running out there with the Deagle. I mean, I understand everyone still probably will because it's just that fun to use, but that was just something I noticed. So yeah, those were my impressions of the 2v2 Modern Warfare Alpha that took place this weekend. Again, very small things that need to be fixed, and honestly I don't really know if they need to be fixed. Some of them were kind of just things I noticed that maybe it was just personal. I really don't know. Maybe just add a setting, whatever it is. I really don't feel like it would ruin the game if it was to not be fixed. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'm going to leave you off with some raw gameplay here, and hope you enjoy.
Weapons ready. Let's move in. Reloading. They're hurting. Send them home. Show them what we do. They're making us fight for it. Give it to them. Show them what we do. Their confidence grows. Use it against them. Weapons ready. Move in. I'm taking fire! Fire! Reloading. That is the way. On to the next round. Weapons ready. Move in. Maintain pressure. Next round we crush them. Weapons ready. Move in. I'm hit! Grenade out! I'm taking fire! Stay focused, no mistakes. This round is ours. Weapons ready. Move in. I'm hit! Send them home. Show them what we do. We're not done yet. Make it happen. Show them what we do. One round means nothing. Prepare to fight. Show them what we do. Handled yourselves well. Report to brief.